care at all about money, at all. But I do care about us becoming a space-faring civilization.
I have never seen anybody do anything great without having a strong why.
That's my drug of choice. I just get such a high out of it.
Rise and shine, it's espresso time.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going. I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something greater inside you too. You have Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Elon Musk. Also, if you want to have more confidence, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
There are just times when something is important enough, you believe in it enough, that you do it in spite of the fear.
The president's first space policy directive to me was go to the moon, and the word in there is sustainably. Tell me.
Reusability is fundamental. A fully reusable vehicle will cost 100 times less per flight than an expendable vehicle. And it kind of makes sense. If you think of any other mode of transport, it could be like jet aircraft or cars, bicycles, horses, every other mode of transport, boats, they're all reusable. The weird one that isn't reusable is space.
That's right.
So you can imagine how expensive it would be if every time you flew in a jet that you had to get a new jet,
Right.
As opposed to refuel the jet. It would be insanely expensive to fly a jet if it was single use.
There wouldn't be anybody flying.
No, exactly. It would be like a few research flights at extreme expense, and that's all the flying that would occur. I actually don't care at all about money at all, but I do care about us becoming a space-faring civilization.
Yeah.
And I do know that if we don't achieve full and rapid reusability, it will not happen. What I really want to see is, permanent base on the moon, permanently occupied human base on the moon, and us building a city on Mars. That's like, if I can see the beginning of that before I die, I'll die happy.
I have never seen anybody do anything great without having a strong why. Because everything great comes on the other side of doing difficult things. If it's easy, it won't be great. And the only thing that keeps you through doing difficult things is having a strong why. If you are just chasing an opportunity without having a strong why, your idea is gonna fail. You have to start with why. Nina.
You should be asking, are you okay, instead of Nina, okay?
Nina, take one for the team. Stop making noises and falling over. I think we should have Nina as a regular on this show. This is great. I like talking to this camera. Nina came with the idea to film on this. High five, Nina.
Yeah.
Can you come in here? Can you get that? Boom, high five, Nina. Good job. Okay. So my why is helping entrepreneurs. Your purpose comes from your pain, right? The thing you struggled with the most is the thing you want to help other people with for the rest of your life. I struggled so much as an entrepreneur, and so now all I want to do is help out entrepreneurs. I love helping people, but if you're an entrepreneur, it's a special place in my heart because you want to help people who currently are what you used to be. And so this is actually a really special moment for me being here in LA. I'm going to an event called Vid Summit. I've come for the past 2 years. I think 2 years. At least I was here last year. And last year was a big turning point for me because I spent the whole time at Vid Summit in the lobby from 7:30 in the morning to 2:30 in the morning every single day for 3 days, going to the bathroom once, having one meal, a Subway sandwich that I brought back to the hotel lobby to eat, and barely sitting on any sessions. Just helping entrepreneurs, just going from one meeting to another meeting to another meeting to another meeting. And it came out of that feeling, man, this is amazing. I love this. All I want to do all day is just help out entrepreneurs. I got sick by the end of it. I was running a fever. I didn't even notice it while I was in it because I was too in the zone. But when I came back, I decided I need to start something. I need to do more work to help entrepreneurs face to face, in person, not just making videos. And so that became an Instagram morning show where I had people at my studio come in and I coached them. That then became an Instagram live morning show that led to me doing weekly workshops for free in Toronto for people to come out for the community. So if you're ever in Toronto on a Thursday, if I'm in town, we're doing a free workshop, come on by. And it led to me doing more speaking. So the past 4 weekends, I think I've been at different speaking gigs doing different things. And so hopefully this year now I go back, the event actually starts tomorrow. I don't get sick. I have a little more restraint. Traveling with my wife makes it a little bit easier because she pulls me back when I'm about to get too sick or too crazy or go for too long, and she reminds me to do things like go to the bathroom and eat, basics like that. Again, the people who you love helping are the people who currently are what you used to be, and lifting them up and helping them feel, one, that there's hope, and then two, the strategies to get to where you're at, out of the hole that they're in, will fill you up for life. So now, how do you find your purpose? How do you find that thing that came from your pain that you can then serve other people for the rest of your life? I have a 3-step process that I'm gonna share. Now, I'm writing a new book. It's called Built to Serve. It comes out in early 2020. If you wanna be one of the first to get it, there's a link somewhere here. You can go click it and go check it out. But this is part of the process of finding out your pain. Some people already know it. Some people say, this is the most painful moment of my life, and they can pinpoint it with extreme accuracy. Great. Those are the people you want to go help. Go do it. If you're having a bit of trouble finding it, I'm going to walk you through a 3-step process that I think will help. The first is 10-year chunkings. So in 10-year chunkings, and this is all more detailed in my book, but 10-year chunkings is you look at your life right now, however old you are right now, and then go in 10-year chunks. So I'm 39 right now. So I'd write down 29 to 39, and then 19 to 29, and then 9 to 19, right? And then 0 to 9. And what you want to do is try to think about, for each of those periods, when did you feel the worst as a human? When did you have the least self-confidence? What was happening? Either a specific moment or a series of moments. When did you feel the lowest, the worst? And then write that down. And then try to think from these time chunks, which one felt the worst from all of those groups. So maybe you're 31 watching this video, so it'd be first chunk is 21 to 31, and then 11 to 21, and then 1 to 11, and then 0 to 1. Okay, you may not have anything for the 0 to 1. That's okay, don't stress out, don't worry about it. But instead of looking at your life as a whole, you might find it easier to chunk your life into 10-year chunks, and then see from those areas what was the most painful moment in your life. Number 2 is emotional patterns. Here you start thinking about different negative emotions. So think about worthiness, think about judgment, think about jealousy, think about rage, think about anger, think about grief. Think about all of the negative emotions that you've had, and then try to talk about specific moments. So next to, make a list of all the negative emotions that come to your head, the things that you never want to feel again, the types of emotions that you never want to feel again. So if it's feeling unworthy, great. When did you feel the most unworthy in your life? Feeling judged, awesome. When did you feel the most judged in your life? Jealousy, great. When did you feel the most jealous in your life? And just make a list starting with what are the top 5 to 7 to 10 negative emotions that you hate feeling? What are they for you? And then next to them, write down the specific moments where you felt them. Somewhere in there, you'll find the most painful moment of all time, right? Or at least a series of painful moments. Helping other people who currently are experiencing those things in the way that you did, that will be your purpose. And then step number 3 is police lineup. And in the police lineup, what you're doing is, imagine a police lineup, when they arrest somebody, and there's an eyewitness, they put the person in that they caught with 3 or 4 or 5 of the people who look like them. Imagine doing that for all of the people that you hate in your life. And not necessarily hate, but you just don't want to be around them. They're toxic, they're negative. There's something about them that brings you down, that sucks your energy, that you don't want to be around anymore. Imagine all those people, those negative, toxic people that have been in your life, maybe they're not anymore, but have been, and put them all into that police lineup. What is it about them that you don't like? What is it about them that drives you nuts? What is it about them that makes it toxic for you? And what was the situation with each of them that made you feel so bad about yourself? And again, it's not to make them feel like they're terrible people, right? They're suffering their own life, dealing with their own wars internally. But people who had to suffer the abuse that they put on you, that's gonna be people who you'll love helping as well. And so the point of these 3 exercises is to get you to painful moments. And the idea of being in painful moments isn't to stay there. It's not to think about, oh my gosh, I went through all this pain and how terrible it was and traumatic. That's not the point of this exercise. The point though is to think about these painful moments that you experienced. There's lots of other people, like that's in the past for you. There's lots of other people who those painful moments are their present, are right now, is what they're experiencing. Think about how painful that was for you. Lots of people are going through that same thing right now. You want to help them. You can help them. You can give them hope. You can give them strategies. You can give them a recipe and a way out. that's gonna be your purpose for the rest of your life. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I wanna know, what is your why? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you promise to take some action after watching this video, we don't just watch videos anymore, we do something after watching them. That's the only way to get closer to your goals. Give me a hashtag, believe in the comments, make that your commitment to yourself that you're gonna take some action, and then get to work.
What's that thing that makes you be so willing to suffer?
It's the promise of that crack hit for me, which is the aha moment.
In you or in you and other people?
So it's both. And the reason that I get such a high from it is if I can crack the code in the sense that I find something that saves people hundreds of hours, or myself hundreds of hours, in the learning curve for a particular skill or a particular type of recovery, or fill in the blank, just an elegant or non-obvious solution to a long-standing problem, I'm like, oh, okay. I can't wait to see how people are going to respond when I provide that to 1,000 people and I see for most of them, the vast majority just go, holy. Like if you take someone, for instance, I didn't learn to swim until I was in my 30s. I think we may have talked about this. I grew up on Long Island, but I was deathly afraid of drowning because I had some near drowning incidents and some lung issues. And now at this point, I was taught by this gentleman named Terry Laughlin, something called total immersion, which I first learned from a book, which I was introduced to by Chris Sacca, who's a billionaire investor in this book, oddly enough. But you can take someone, which I did with Terry at one point for the Tim Ferriss Experiment, the first TV show I did. This mother of two, I think, Sarah, who had never been able to swim, couldn't even put her head underwater in the pool comfortably. And 4 days later, open water swimming 500 meters in the ocean in like 40-foot deep water, freestyle. And when you show someone that an impossible like that is not only possible, but that they can crack it really quickly, that's my drug of choice. I just get such a high out of it.
If you want to know Elon Musk's story and how he saved his companies, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
I had two choices. I could put it all into one company, and then the other company would definitely die, or split it.